Here's how to build triceps like trees with 7 simple moves. Not only just your arms, but your entire body will become like an oak planted next to the water. It'll be brutal, but I promise it'll be simple. First move, you should be able to support your own weight. This is called a support stand. Now you might be wondering what these tools are. These are handstand canes, but no, you do not need these to do what I'm showing you. You can use the floor, chairs, blocks, boxes, anything you want. This is just easy to demo for the video today, okay? But your ability to support your own weight with control is absolutely critical. Me and my team were at an event demonstrating some of this training. Towards the end, as we were putting away equipment, some guy with big muscles walked over and jumped on the canes without telling anyone and hurled himself upside down, nearly taking out a handful of people in the process. Thankfully, one of my coaches was nearby and caught him before death and destruction. And I mentioned to him that this training is a bit different and goes all the way down to the small muscles and even the nerves. The point is this: controlled, stable, oak tree-like strength is important, and it's not built through bodybuilding or mainstream methods. It's built through what I'm showing you today, plus a lifestyle approach to training that balances all aspects. Second move, you should be able to support your own weight at different angles. Take these 3 different angles. Tuck, pike, and Stalder. Most people will not have the mobility or the lower core strength to do these, especially a nice pike with straight legs, or legs extended out to the side in the Stalder. But know this, that's precisely where all of your weak links are hiding, preventing you from getting the cool moves or putting you in the injury zone. All that is fixed with the next move though. Third move, you'll fail if you don't use progression moves. So a move like a Stalder is a major gatekeeper move for a lot of people. It's really difficult and may seem impossible. It's why we call it a pinnacle move. Basically a certain position taken to its logically most advanced conclusion. But you unlock it, plus all the new levels of strength and muscle by using something called progression moves. One such progression move is a side Stalder. Now, I want you to notice how much we've been on the arms already today. This is similar to horse stance training for the legs I talk about in other videos, which builds legs of iron, just like Shaolin uses, but for the arms. You see, sometimes it's not a matter of sets and reps, but of training towards the skills using a system over time. And that's the magic equation right there. This system I use is called Powerbatics. We use it at Pacific Rim Athletics, and it has 5 elements, hand balancing being one of them. If you do hand balancing moves, your body has no choice other than to grow your arms to the strength of oak trees. And when you couple this with other elements of training, your whole body synergistically transforms into a new avatar of superhuman strength and special skills. Because body mastery is your physical capacity to move powerfully with adaptability. Fourth move. This is what ties everything together and grows the triceps to the size of tree trunks. You must combine straight arm and bent arm training. When you start connecting straight arm moves with bent arm moves like this, but check this out, it also requires shoulder mobility. That the elbow gets into position above the iliac crest, and then your triceps, deltoids, obliques, even biceps, and all the stabilizer muscles, and even your posterior chain, glutes, and legs are all firing synergistically and creating superhuman levels of strength and skill, especially when you take one arm away, or pushing up into a frog stand. That's why it's important to remember, strength and flexibility without movement mastery is vanity. Fifth move, put away all the weights and learn this, the bent arm handstand. And once you can do this, dumbbells might be a thing of the past. But obviously you work your way up. And don't look at the whole puzzle and get overwhelmed. The most important aspect of training is taking it not one, but a couple pieces at a time. And using a system, which means saving yourself time, energy, and money. So get good coaching and a good community to avoid disaster and instead become a master, which is why high performers, entrepreneurs, and professionals hire us to train them for optimal strength, skill, and sustainability. Over 5,000 at this point all over the world. Sixth move, This move will build more strength than going to the gym. Handstand lockout. Imagine taking almost your entire body weight and slowly doing a military press with all that weight and then holding it overhead for 10, 30, even 60 seconds or longer. So that's the exact balance and control of locking out a handstand at the top and helps build shoulders, triceps, and forearms to the strength of oak trees. Static training like this, not only in the handstand position, but also in the V-stand and Stalder, are what help you build body mastery. Seventh move. You'll stay weak and uncoordinated if you don't combine multiple moves to become one move. People have that clunky, uncoordinated feeling because sure, they might do fitness all the time, but they aren't building connected strength. Connected strength comes by way of combining moves together. This requires transitions where most people get hung up. This shows from beginner to advanced the idea of transitions and combining moves together. Going from a tuck to an L to a Stalder, then to a crab, then one arm, then a frog stand, then connecting all the way up to a handstand lockout. This is like what, 30 seconds, 60 seconds of time under tension? Even on just the basic moves, you're training your full body in a connected fashion for sets and reps of massive time under tension, which builds oak tree type strength.